Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here this evening. I can't really see you all, but I'm sure you can see me. Always feeling on top of the world with Rado here, literally and in spirit. Rado for me is a perfect association. Perfect because I really truly believe in what Rado stands for. Uncompromising commitment to excellence. And that is how I believe I choose to live my own life. Within this plethora of mediocrity and chaos, it's very, very difficult to find perfection. And when I wore my first Rado watch, I knew that I was being touched by perfection. But of course, do not go by my words. Seeing is believing. So I'd rather you see it for yourself. So ladies and gentlemen, here is the Rado HyperChrome in its brilliance and its perfection. Have a look. There you all are. I thought I was talking to myself up there.
Alright, so Hrithik, you did some pretty cool stunts in the ad, and do you want to tell us, was that fun shooting? It looked like it was.
Well, I'm glad you liked it. The shooting was wonderful. Very, very exciting. Though, in the beginning I thought, well, this is going to be an easy shoot because, you know, it's a watch brand. For most part of it, I might have to sit down or take a few steps, walk around. But Rado really stood up to what it says. It pushes boundaries, not just for itself, but for people that work for it as well. So I had no idea what was in store for me. I was woken up at 5 a.m. in the morning and made to run, jump in the entire day. For 10 hours, I was jumping over cars, doing somersaults over moving cars, which I've never done in my life, so it was pushing my own boundaries. And I felt a kind of a feeling of retaliation. So I took my stress out on the watch itself. I said, all right, you scratch-resistant, highly scratch-resistant watch, let's see what you're made of. And I actually put in a little bit more effort, you know, in the shots where the watch scrapes the metal of the car. And it just stood up to it. And I was like, dude, if you can do it, then I need to do it as well. So it pushed my boundaries. I found out its potential, and I also found out what my potentials are. So thank you, Rado, for making me realize that I'm capable of much more than I think I am.
So any scratches on you from the shoot?
Oh, believe me, yes. But in the spirit of Rado, uncompromising commitment to excellence, and that's what I think we have as our final product. So I'm very, very happy and very, very thankful.
Well, Matthias, it seems like you have a wonderful brand ambassador in Hrithik Roshan.
Yes, well, first of all, we not only choose Hrithik because he has some ceramic muscles that we also, but and also not only because he's very stylish, very good looking, but I think the most important for us was to find a brand ambassador that is also not only famous, but that is really authentic, credible for the brand. And I think it's a perfect mix and a perfect link between Hrithik's values and the values of the brand. Hrithik is dynamic, he's innovative, he tries to reinvent himself permanently. He takes sometimes also risks to do it, and if you want to innovate, you have to do it. So there really is a credible and perfect fit between Hrithik's values and our brand values. And last but not least, we had a lot of fun to do the commercial.
That was insane. it made me look good, and I hope I made it look good.
We will, and this will be the biggest challenge for us, is that we will also try our best to make you look very good in the future.
You better.
All right, well, with all that said, I think it's about time we take a look at that commercial.
Absolutely. And that music as well. Yeah.
Not
Makes you want
bad
to
at
dance.
all. So, when the commercial started, it seemed like you were running late. Is that, are you usually really punctual, or do you run late once in a while? What's the story?
Well, after proudly being the brand ambassador of Rado, I better not be late. So no, time is a newly acquired concept for me. Success is time management. And with Rado, I think I'm going to try and excel in that.
And as you guys already know, there was no harm done to the watch during that entire shoot.
I tried my best, but no.
And actually, Hrithik, as a souvenir, because you are a perfectionist, we called this commercial Always Perfect. We actually wanted to make you a small gift, and we made a special watch for you, exactly this Rado HyperChrome Auto Chrono, but it's engraved, your name, of course, and then was Always Perfect. And I really hope that this will also help you to keep the perfectionism that you showed us already in all you did in the past, also in the future. So I would very much like to give you this new watch. It makes you look good. Thank you very much. Okay. Fortunately, the watch is also flashlight resistant. So,
This is really wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, the Rado HyperChrome collection surely is a classic combination. But right now, it's time, I think, to open the floor to questions from the media.
well, actually, the HyperChrome is really, I would say, a revolution in both the construction technique and the materials that we are using, because we are just showing you here one of the styles, but there's a whole collection of the watch, and what we are using here is a totally new way of constructing ceramic watches, thanks to this monoblock construction, and that opens up in the future also possibilities in terms of design to make designs that we were not able to do with the traditional way of constructing and making HyperChrome watches. The second point is we are also using new materials like the Ceramos, which is an evolution of ceramic. It's actually a mix between ceramic and a metallic alloy. And we were able for the first time to also have a ceramic in a platinum color, yellow gold color, and also rose gold color that really, I would say, gives the watch a very unique and new impression, because we are very much used to black and white ceramic, but here we enter in a new dimension also in terms of materials and colors.
You know, it also has a magical ingredient. When you wear it, all your stresses just disappear.
Hrithik, hi.
Hi.
Want to ask you, this is Pooja Saman, journalist.
Hi, Pooja.
Hi. Naturally, watches and time is, closely associated. Is there any incident in your life where you have, come across the importance of time, which is connected naturally to watches?
Well, my entire journey has taught me, has given me, or made me realize success in a very different perspective. According to me, success is not about the fame, it's not about the money, it's not about the glory. Success is how you can manage your time. It's the art of time management. If you can make time for all the things that you want to do in your life, if you can do that, you are a successful person. That's what success is. You know, instead of being tied down by time, if you are controlling your time, you are successful. And if you really are, teach me how. Because I'm still learning.
हेलो ऋतिक, हाय,
Hi.
दिस इज प्रथमेश। मेरा सवाल आपसे है, आप राडो जैसे बहुत स्टाइलिश ब्रांड के साथ अभी आप जुड़ गए, आपके हिसाब से बॉलीवुड में सबसे ज्यादा स्टाइलिश कौन लगता है? आपको क्या लगता है?
क्या?
आपके हिसाब से बॉलीवुड में सबसे स्टाइलिश एक्टर कौन है?
जो भी एक्टर राडो वॉच के साथ घूमेगा, वो सबसे स्टाइलिश होगा।
Well, since we're talking about time and watches, so Hrithik, tell us who drives punctuality back home?
That's anybody's guess, I guess. My dad has been the most hardcore punctual person in his life. He says that there is no concept of being on time. You're either before time or you're late. So that is something that I have tried to incorporate, still trying to incorporate in my life.
And on the sets when you're shooting?
Whose film? My dad's film or somebody else's film?
Well, you choose your pick.
No, I'm on time. Yeah, I'm on time.
All right, we have time for just 2 more questions, speaking of time.
Hello. One more question for Mr. Matthias. Do you think while buying a watch, Indian consumers prefer style? So do they prefer the style and design?
Well, I think today there's no watch that is bought without having been styled. But it's not enough for a watch. I think what is the most important is just that the value, the substance that is inside the watch needs to correspond to the correct, fair price. And I think there Rado is exceptional because it's an amazing amount of high-tech, of innovation in terms of material and design that we have incorporated in each watch. And then, of course, I would say it's a combination in the decision-making of the buying of a watch, because since a long time now the watch is not anymore just a tool to tell the time, but it's really part of our personality. We have an emotional link with it. It's really something that allows us to express ourselves.
Hrithik, Bollywood is very influential. Do you support your friend Shah Rukh Khan being the minority and then asking for extra security for himself?
Can I have a look at you first? Where are you? Ah, there. Sorry, yeah. What?
Shah Rukh has been saying that since he's the soft target, people do target him because he's a minority. Do you support him on that? He needs extra security from the government.
Mm-hmm.
Do you support that?
Do I support? I support everybody. I'm the good guy.
This is a question from Mr. Matthias. This is about your association with Hrithik Roshan. It's been for a very long time. Can you tell us something about this association?
Well, of course, we like it very much. No, but like I said earlier, I think the most important, but it's not only true for Rado, I think it's true for all brands that are working together with ambassadors, or they have an engagement into sports sponsoring. Any engagement like this needs to be authentic, credible. The consumer needs to understand it. And I think everybody understands very quickly and very fast why we have chosen Hrithik. And this was exactly, I think, for the values that we share, that we mentioned before.
All right.
Hello. Hello?
Sorry, 1 second.
Hello. That reminds me that and I don't think Mr. Matthias knows about this, but my earliest memory of a watch on my father's wrist was a Rado, and so of course there's a kind of a sentimental value to it, and in a way, the Rado that my father used to wear, in a way has passed on to me. So I'm sure it'll pass on to my kids as well. God bless you. You will earn and you will own as many as you like.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Last question here.
Taste is inheritable, huh? Like from father to son.
Hello? Hello? This question for Mr. Matthias here, and the last. Hello? Here. Can you just let me know how...
They are retailing between 1,000 and 4,000 US dollars by addressing different type of materials or different combination of materials. So all new families come out in different version, addressing the different price points, corresponding then with different materials in order to cover the full price range.
And about the target market that you're looking in India?
Sorry?
The target market that you're looking in India?
Well, in India, Rado has a very strong, loyal, traditional consumer and customer base. A huge brand awareness, so even the father of Hrithik knew Rado. What we are trying to do now, of course, is with these type of watches that we are addressing also a younger clientele with a more sportier style of watch, because it's a style that actually dates back from the 70s. It was a very iconic collection called the Horse Collection that inspired the design of the HyperChrome. But by this time, Rado was not able to really produce these watches in ceramic. But thanks to these 25 years of experience, we were now able, and thanks to this monoblock construction, to make these styles also in ceramic, and we clearly want to address with these watches a younger clientele.
Our time we have for questions right now. But thank you, Matthias, and thank you, Hrithik. It was a pleasure to share this stage with you guys tonight. I would also like to thank Ina and Arzan for joining us here today and sharing their stories of inspiration and creation with us. Ladies and gentlemen, as we move to the close of this evening, I would like to request you to visit the Dome to check out the new Rado HyperChrome range that brings alive the Rado brand philosophy. If we can imagine it, we can make it. Thank you, Hrithik. You can also catch a glimpse of Ina and Arzan's monoblock creations in the Dome. But before you do that, let me once again thank all of you for taking time out of your busy schedules and being a part of this celebration here tonight. I do hope we've lived up to your expectations. Thank you. I'd like to extend an invitation from Rado to join us for dinner and drinks.